Yeet!
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Baltimore's offense making its way out for the first time. And leading them, their quarterback, a guy who is just so electric under center in his 5th season now, Lamar Jackson.
Another excellent season from Lamar Jackson that was cut short by ankle injury and actually showed just how much he is valued as the leader of the Baltimore. 8-5 in a tough AFC North, and he was on his way to his 3rd 1,000-yard season as a runner and career-high marks as a passer.
And he'll be taken down, and that offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they prefer.
Third. They go play action now. Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and... And boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all, but the referee signals it will be a first down. Now it's Jackson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And this return is going to be halted right around. Quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one. Totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. To the ball game here on 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's going to tweak CD, and that went over New England.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step. Feeling I did during our meetings that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball.
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. We'll take a peek at the list of inactive
themselves. Well, hopefully we're just getting them out of the way early so we can make a late-season push when we have everyone back. It certainly feels that way with the number of injuries they've had already.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. To throw, it's Allen. He's got it. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. Extra point by Bass, up and good. Touchdown by Stephon Diggs. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots.
Stop and the loss. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. Have a play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for
winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And that That's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything.
Well, here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Good bounce.
Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive.
No, it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive.
Simple are enough defensively. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they're able to get this one across passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle, big shots downfield.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Singletary again. And not much there at all. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Throwing now is Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Allen and Knox teaming
into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Allen's throw taken in there by head of the chains now, 2nd and 2. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaways
10 at their 25-yard line. He starts by handing this off to Drake. And he's taken down but able to slip. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. A nifty bit of scrambling there.
Hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
They'll get to that end zone real fast.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Takes this to the... And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That 8-4 on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And he fires
all options downfield and force the incompletion.
Tucker's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game.
Make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And it's
more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. And they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. There's Stephon Diggs. him. Singletary, right side. They got two.
But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Done on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rush down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. They do play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Allen. He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield. And he can hear. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And instead of tying it up,
57, 58 yards. The chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And he'll take on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's able to break out of
yardage. That's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Out right, this is Boyle, the tight end. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Jackson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a deep
20. To throw is Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 40 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receiver going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point. He's got Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And they drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Yeah, they worked this 1st down now, but that clock rolling. And the throw left side down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. 3rd and 10. But right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Personal foul, unnecessary running, defense.
What they say at the end, he just can't do it. It costs your team.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Jamison Crowder from 4 yards out. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first.
Gotta give him credit. Found the perfect play call. Quarterback let.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the.
So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to invest in the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And this will be caught at the 30.
Streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson now. He gives this underneath to Dobbins. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he will slide to left. A chance to try to add 3 units. Tucker's kick is good. And they strike.
EAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this 1st half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We start down in Georgia. Cleveland making the trip south to take on Atlanta. And it's the Browns who have the lead in the 2nd quarter. Amari Cooper, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. Paris Campbell, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. 2 touchdown passes there for Mitchell Trubisky.
3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half. Really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Allen. This is brought in by the tight end, Tommy Sweeney. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a route run. I was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle.
A lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked.
Allen going to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this is on the stars. We're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline. Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing, and that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete.
In the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 3rd down, Drake. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the back this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. But you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That gain on third down, good for 28.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree and pre-tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. The perimeter, but that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. They did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. From the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're going to lose some on this. 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And again, it's Allen. And this pass broken up. The kick by Bass is good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not.
His belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And no chance to get away as those, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that, then you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's the line in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the field
on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. As we get set for the 4th quarter. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And just no chance
of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay. And the tackle going to be made.
Like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Well, the lead to 6. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
It's scored a touchdown there. Those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're done. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want us. They're playing for the pass first.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Caught right side, Davis. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive.
From midfield, here's Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. And he's going to be marked down just inside.
I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Allen's throw is complete. And they'll work this first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Yeah, almost a win for the defense. But if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And the tight end is certain. But one other thing is that right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And this will leave him.
As this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and 1, Allen, touchdown Bills. Stephon Diggs, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bills are an extra point away from goal. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. It's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. Duvernay now going to bring it out. Now Jackson on 1st down, out to his left. And this one's in.
And it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Jackson's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Second catch for him. Jackson on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is in. 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw again is Jackson. And that is going to.
Choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's going to be knocked on. And a fair catch taken back 6-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done?
Allen now on 1st down. Quick throw knocked away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Ravens are right back in the.
And his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that. And
for this next possession. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 58 yards. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And a pickup of about 8. From the gun, Jackson. This goes out wide for Drake.
They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Flushed out right. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this back out onto the field. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Finding Knox there, complete. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game as they try to hold on to this lead. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the end. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 30. So a good punt. Throwing. Jackson. And he'll go underneath here to Drake.
Like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Here's Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And now they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he edges forward. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use. Now a draw play with Drake. And still a bit.
Athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Justin Tucker. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And he got it. He splits the uprights from 50 yards out. And joy will reign in the inner harbor as the Ravens have won it. Just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome's in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting, but in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the Ravens, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.